Okay, once you've cut out all of your letters, you're going to arrange them in pairs according to size. So you can see here I've got my two D's next to each other, my two I's, my two E's, and so on and so forth. And the same thing for my orange chromosomes, biggest to smallest. It doesn't matter if they're the same between your organisms, between your different dragons, but of course, actually, they shouldn't really be the same. But the letters should be the same. So I've got two I's, I've got two I's over here in the third position, two E's in the third position, two E's in the third position, so on and so forth. So once you have them all set up, the next step then is we're going to turn them over because mating is random, right? You don't know what kind of alleles you're getting from your partner, and so we're going to be random like that as well. So once you do that, once you get them all situated, go ahead and turn them over so they'll all be upside down just like this. Once you have all your chromosomes turned over, it's time to make a baby. So whenever you make a baby, obviously the genome is half mom, half dad, and it's totally random, which is why it's upside down. So one partner can take a chromosome from mom, take a chromosome from dad, and then the leftover ones can go to be the other partner's baby. So since you're each making a baby. All right, and then the next time you can pick a different chromosome. I'm going to take from over here this time and over here. And again, my leftovers will go down and become, try to do this without messing up my chromosomes, become my second baby. And then so on and so forth until you have two complete babies. So I'll do these guys and these guys. And I'll take my outside ones this time and do my inside ones down here. Again, it doesn't really matter because it's all random. And then, ta-da, now I have two, slide up so you can see it, two complete babies, each of them with 7 chromosomes of all sizes. And so from here, each of you has a baby, so then you can flip them over and see what alleles you have for each of the different chromosomes. So you can flip them all over, and then you can record your alleles in your chart. Okay, so here I have a picture of one of my babies all flipped over so I can see all their different alleles. And so we're going to say that the male allele was the orange, because that was from the father. So I write down all my orange letters that I had here. So my orange, I had a capital D, and then the female allele, I had a lowercase d. And then for wing color from dad, I had big I, and I had a big I, and then dad had a little e, mom had a big E, and so on and so forth. Just fill them all in A. So these are each of the alleles. And so from here, these alleles combine to form what is your genotype. So the genotype is the two different alleles that you have for a particular trait that decides what you're going to look like. So in this case, my genotype for the horn gene is I've got a big D and a little d. We call that heterozygous. Hetero means different. For wing color, I have two big I's, so that's homozygous dominant. Body color, I've got big E, little e. Again, we usually write the big E's first. That's the convention. It doesn't really matter that much, but that's just how it's done. Spikes, and then toes, and then fire breathing. I got dominant in all cases. If I happen to get too small, we would call that homozygous recessive, and if I had two bigs, we would call that homozygous dominant. And from here, you just look at the key that I show you, and then you can determine what phenotype, what your dragon actually looks like. And so if I look at my key over here, for my D's, I've got heterozygous big D, little d. The dominant condition is no horn, so either of these two genotypes would give us no horn. So I would just write no horn and continue on looking at all my different genotypes. Big I, little I, big I, homozygous dominant. He has black wings. And breathing fire. Oh, good. Dominant. He breathes fire, because who would want a dragon that didn't breathe fire? There. Now I'm free to do the coloring or answer the rest of the questions.